first of all, what's your take on all this?
Well, we're very excited. We congratulate the great negotiating team at the U.S. Trade Representative Office. Together with the United States, 11 other countries negotiated over 5 years. This should be a great agreement to expand markets, to level the playing field, and open markets for U.S. companies. So we're very excited about the prospects of a TPP being approved by Congress in the next few months.
You've probably been sounding out some of your members, and well, what are they making of it? Is it a broadly positive take at the moment?
It is, especially out here in the region. I'm chairman of Pact, which is the association of 29 American chambers of commerce throughout Asia. We're on the front lines of opening markets in the region, and this is a very dynamic region. This is the exact type of American leadership that we've been looking for, and this is the pivot, and so we're very optimistic about the prospects that this TPP agreement will bring to American companies, but to all 12 economies in the agreement.
Well, the optimism that you seem to have is not really shared by many people in Congress. Are you confident they can get it, that President Obama can get this through? And what's their major gripe? And do you have any sympathy with it?
Well, you know, the political dynamics will play out in the United States, and it's a very difficult, as you know, with the election year coming and all of the dynamics inside of Congress. I think there's a lot of attention focused on very specific sectors, and I think what's important is to look at the big agreement at the macro level. Does this enhance America's competitive edge in this region? And we definitely believe that it does. And I think if we keep the dialogue aimed at the opportunities here, that the Congress should be able to approve this agreement next year.
Jackson, you mentioned it, you alluded to it at least, which is this is the pivot, Obama's famous pivot to Asia. Now, what about your members in Asia? What opportunities does this actually bring up for them?
Well, one thing that it does is it sets standard rules, and it increases the rules by which trade will take place among these 12 economies. And I think that those domestic reforms, the companies that are already here are definitely looking forward to greater protection of intellectual property, how you compete with state-owned enterprises, the protection and issues dealing with cross-border data flows. So it's the set of rules that's going to level the playing field for American companies that are already here. But it's also the expanding of access to companies that aren't here. And so there's two elements to this agreement that offer great potential.
And last and certainly not least, China's, well, excluded or not in this. You know, how much does that counter the influence that China has in this part of the world?
Well, South Korea is not in it, neither the Philippines or Thailand, and it's an open agreement. And so what I'm excited about TPP is that we do think that this will trigger a race to the top, where members who are not a part of TPP can join in the future, including China. So this is not to exclude China. This is an open framework for other economies to join down the road.